You know it's Stanley Kubrick when the pictures speak. Kubrick's images speak their own language that cannot be translated easily. To say he's a great photographer doesn't mean he's given us a lot of pretty pictures. It means he can say things with a picture. Not just little things, but primal, emotional, unworkable things. His pictures speak to us about philosophy and complex ideas. Take Barry Lyndon, a period piece. Kubrick zooms out from the action to make his characters appear trapped in an 18th century painting. He's not moving the camera, he's zooming so the proportions of the image don't change. He's expressing visually that Barry is stuck in a static society he cannot escape from. The opening credits of Lolita present the image of Lolita's foot. Hubert adoringly adorns her toes with polish, setting up something unexpected in the power dynamic of the relationship we are about to discover in the film.
Hey! Wait a minute! What are you doing? Open the door!
In The Shining, when Wendy locks Jack in the pantry, the camera angle is from below looking up at him from the floor. This radical image communicates several things all at once. It expresses Jack's growing insanity. It is as if he is literally looking up from hell itself. It disorients us. We feel as if everything is turned on its head. And it ultimately shows us that Jack still holds the power over Wendy. He makes her feel small and beaten down in the frame. In 2001 Space Odyssey, he makes one of the most famous cuts in film. This moment in film captures the philosophy that through all our progress, technology is still the same as that first tool which was the weapon that our ancestors used to kill. Kubrick never let his intentions known, aside from his films. He spoke directly through the language of his film, leading us to discover our own interpretations.
Yes. It's puzzling.
There are many conspiracy theories behind his films. His films all contain rich visual subtext that can be interpreted in many ways. This is why I believe he is the master of cinematography. Which brings us to his visuals. One-point perspective. This is where all visual lines lead to one vanishing point on the horizon. Kubrick uses center framing and one-point perspective to create a feeling of depth which draws us into the image and gives us a sense of order. But it creates a tension between wonder and terror. This clean aesthetic order makes us feel uneasy. In The Shining, we are frightened by the images but are seduced by the beautifully ordered visuals. We feel conflicted. In 2001, the circularity of the images gives us the feeling of the immensity of the universe and sparks our fascination with the mysteries of the bigger universe and how humanity fits into it. There is a constant mix of order and structure, beauty and horror, creating the feeling of wonder and terror. We constantly feel as if something horrible must happen to this perfectly composed image. Kubrick combines rich visuals with cold atmospheres. His production design pairs perfectly ordered sets with vibrant and rich patterns and unusual decor. It is never emotionally warm. It is unsentimental. He uses objectivity to give insight. He uses wide perspectives to give an outside view of the world we are seeing. He removes us from the regular world. His films take place in the past or in the future, using objectivity through distance. His use of wide lenses visualizes the objectivity and doesn't focus on the individual character, but speaks of human nature, looking in from the outside. Removed from everyday life. Kubrick said he believed the basic purpose of a film is illumination, to show the viewer something he cannot see any other way, staying away from the immediate environment and giving you a deeper and more objective perspective. Kubrick was influenced by Nietzsche and the concept of eternal return and eternal occurrence, the belief that everything repeats over and over across time and in space. His images and his stories reflect this belief. In The Shining, Jack is a reincarnated spirit who will continue to surface over and over.
Weren't you once the caretaker here?
Why, no, sir. I don't believe so.
In 2001, humans will repeat the same behavior no matter how much we evolve. apes asserting dominance over rival apes became the Americans and the Russians. The thought that everything changes but remains the same. It's much different from the character arc we're used to seeing in story and film.